Hey everyone, my name is Rajata Singh. I'm currently pursuing second year BBA LLB. I work as human rights activist with All India Human Rights Association. Our topic for the day is impact of world's constitution on the framing of Indian constitution. Indian constitution came into existence on 26th November 1949. Soon after its formation, the chairman of the drafting committee, that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, called it as the bag of borrowings. He referred to it as a bag of borrowings as it was majorly taken from world's constitutions. The framers of the constitution thought it was very unrealistic and unreasonable to draft a completely unique constitution. So they aimed to make a functional constitution that would help in the smooth running of the administration. The Muslims worried if our constitution was made similar to that of British constitution, then it would abandon the greater part of Hindu. After this, a constituent assembly was formed by the provincial legislatures, including 278 representatives and 15 women. This assembly served as the first parliament of our independent India. The strength of Constituent Assembly was 389, which was divided into two broad parts, that is, 296 from British India and 93 from princely states. The seats of Constituent Assembly were allotted in the proportion of the respective population of the states. The Constituent Assembly, which was headed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who is the president of that time, under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, there were conferences held around 1930, 1931, and 1932 in London, which gave voice to other groups who were interested. These groups represented the Anglo Indians and led to the Government of India Act 1935, which contributes a lot in our constitution. The constitution was drafted with the help of constitutions of other countries as well as from the Government of India Act of 1935. This act was passed by the Parliament of Britain. Many key features have been taken from this act. It was passed to provide a framework for our government and in response to the demands of the leader of India for democracy. It is an extensive report having 321 areas and 10 plans. This act conveys to the foundation of an all Indian federation. This act abolished the hierarchy and presented commonplace self rule. Our constitution borrowed the rule of law, bicameralism, single citizenship, cabinet system, and the parliamentary system. The system of writs, which are Article 226 and Article 32, have also been taken from the British Constitution. The Supreme Court and the High Courts in our country have the power to issue writs to make the right of constitutional remedies available to every citizen of India. Some more features like the lawmaking techniques, institution of the speaker, and his part in the parliamentary arrangement of government and the leader of state are great import from Britain. An important part of our constitution, which is part 3, which includes fundamental rights, have been taken from the US Constitution. These rights are the basic human rights which are given to all the citizens of India, right from Article 12 to 32. These rights assure them that they have an equal stance in the society. Apart from the fundamental rights, the position of vice president, the system of judicial review, the removal of judges of Supreme Court and of High Court, and also the impeachment of president is also taken from this constitution. Article 124 clearly mentions the removal of judges of both Supreme Court and High Court. Part 4, which is Directive Principles of State Policy, also known as DPSP, the method of election of president, candidature to Rajya Sabha, and the mandate standards of state strategy have been adopted from the Constitution of Ireland. An interesting point here is that the same British Parliament which passed the Government of India Act of 1935 also made the constitutional laws for Canada. So, borrowing laws from Canada means taking the same laws from Britain. The provisions regarding the federation, the appointment of governors by the centre, advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court under Article 143, necessary obligations under Article 51A, and the residuary powers with the centre under Article 248 have been sourced from Canada. Indian constitution has not taken much from Australia, but freedom of trade and commerce, the concurrent list and the joint sitting of the two houses of parliament have been sourced. The provisions of freedom of trade and commerce are put down in the article 301 to 307 of the Indian Constitution. Other features like the flexibility of exchange and businesses inside the country and between states have also been borrowed, which is also known as interstate trade. It is the constitution of Germany and the suspension of fundamental rights during emergency, which has been borrowed from Germany. India has borrowed the principles like fundamental duties and the ideals of social, economic, and political justice found in preamble. It is known for its socialism, and since India is a welfare state, it borrowed it from Soviet constitution. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, which in preamble is taken from France. Apart from these republic characters from the constitution, balance and brotherhood and beliefs of freedom is also taken from the constitution of France. Our constitution gives us equal protection of law and equal treatment before the law. The constitution separates and delegates the three branches of government, which are legislature, executive, and the judiciary. The rules of constitution, which has established a parliamentary form of democracy, has been associated with a better economy in India. It was a study of 2004 by two economists, Torsten Persson and Guido Talabellini. Thank you so much for watching. Do drop in the comment section if you have any queries related to the topic. I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge.